at this time when the world is very worried about a new variant that seems to have popped up in the UK, what are the indications that it could already be in an Indian population, and what are the measures that the Indian government should take or is already taking?
So this new variant that is being reported in the UK is a matter of concern because it is spreading fast. So although the symptoms are not worse than the existing variants, but since it spreads fast, so it can fast forward the cases and we can have large numbers in a shorter time. So that is the problem. And the good thing is that since we know how virus spreads, so we should take abundant precautions of mask and social distancing and so on, and that's the only way of tackling this. As a country, so far we haven't seen this variant in the country, but our surveillance is not very strong at the moment because we are not testing large number and sequencing many of those so that we can pick up this variant. So I think those steps should be taken. It should be stepped up so that we can survey particularly new cases more carefully. Where carefully means do large number of RT-based tests, and positives we should at least a few percent of those positives should be sequenced so that we find out which variant is prevailing in the country now.
Dr. Mishra, the RT-PCR tests which are supposed to tell us whether the viral body exists in the human system or not, that cannot tell us a variant virus itself. What are the kind of tests that can actually show when it's a variant? It's only institutions like yours. How far and wide is this expertise there in the country to find out whether there is a variant form already in the Indian population?
So the RT-PCR test tells the particular piece of RNA is there or not. It doesn't tell the sequence of the RNA. In fact, RT test generally targets three different portions of this viral RNA, and if they are positive, at least two of them, we say that the virus is there. Because of the low number of viral particles and all, sometimes all three may not show up. But what we are doing in this country, large number of tests are being as a rapid test, which is antigen based, and their sensitivity is less. So we might be missing some tests, and to find even with when you do RT, we have to take the samples from those who show positive and take it to the sequencing lab, where we determine the sequence of the RNA, and that will tell even in one nucleotide change in the virus, which means even a small, very small change will be picked up, and those are the changes that characterize the new clade or new variants. So comparing from the existing one, which is there in the database, the sequence, when we generate our own data from our own isolates, we'll be able to tell whether we have the same variant, the new variant of UK or not.
Dr. Mishra, what exactly is a mutation? And when we are saying this virus is mutated and showing actually many different variations in this particular variant, is that the nature of the virus itself, that it is going on mutating, or is it something reason for worry for us now?
So this should be, if we, let's say we test one of the property of the new variant is spread fast. So if we sequence a significant number of the positives that we identify, let's say in past couple of days, then we'll be able to tell whether any one of them, let's say we sequence a few thousand, then if we don't find any one of them, then we can be reasonably sure that in the circulating virus, new one is not there. But if we sequence few thousand and if the virus is there, we'll surely pick up, because in England now this is 60% of the infection. So that means if it has come, it would have spread reasonably fast, and we will be able to pick it.
In the genome sequencing that you have already done, also you have already noted hundreds of mutations, but they may not be significant as far as the disease itself is concerned.
So the mutation is a natural process which is essentially the error of the copying mechanism in the biological systems. So DNA is copied into another DNA molecule by a system, and in which if there are error, it is corrected, and we have reasonably accurate copy. In the RNA viruses, what happens is that the replication machinery does not have the proofreading mechanisms. If the error is made, it is not corrected. So the chances of errors are more in RNA viruses. So these errors in the genetic material, which is the process of reproduction of the microorganisms or the RNA biological system, if the error adds a different letter, different nucleotide, what we call, then this genetic material becomes slightly different. And this is then propagated till the next error comes, and that's how you keep changing. And the mutations, like this particular mutation, the defining mutation for this variant or clade is the one which is in the receptor binding domain of the spike protein, which is important part of this virus, because that is how it reads the surface of the human epithelium, our respiratory tract, and enters the cells.
There seem to be some reports that suggest that this new mutant, a lot more younger people are reporting positive for this particular mutant. Is it the nature of the mutation itself, you would think?
I'm not sure, but in fact, any of the virus is not averse to infecting younger people or older people. It infects with equal efficiency. It's just that younger people have a strong immune system, so they are able to tolerate and fight the virus faster. For example, in India, most of the people who have been recorded as positives are in the age group of 30s and 40s, so they are younger, just because we have those population in larger number. So I'm not sure there is any particular feature in the virus that prefers or is more successful in younger people. It's just because they are more adventurous, they expose themselves more to the infectious situations, and that's why you see more of them, unless there is any other scientific proof that a virus is more adapted for younger people.
And one big concern among people has been that at a time when we're talking about vaccines coming in, do you expect these mutations to, in a sense, negate the value of the vaccines that are right now being developed and possibly going to be used from next month onwards in India?
The chances of that are very, very small at the moment. So I'll first tell the mRNA-based vaccines which target one particular protein. In this case, they are targeting a spike protein. But the change that has happened in this is one single amino acid change. So that small change will not affect much the efficiency of the vaccine, because vaccines are such that multiple antibodies are made against the same protein, and multiple portions of the protein are recognized by the immune system through these antibodies, and virus is neutralized. So that is about the mRNA vaccine, a single protein target vaccine. In India, like Bharat Biotech or the vaccines like Oxford, they are whole virus vaccine. So they are certainly not going to be at all affected by this, because they are targeting multiple proteins of the virus. So so they are less likely to be affected. Even mRNA vaccine at this moment, I think there is not much risk to the ongoing vaccine programs.
Finally, Dr. Mishra, we have flights in and out of UK to India have all been shut as of now. What would be your recommendation to the government, how to tackle what may be a danger to the country? What would be your immediate recommendations?
My recommendation is very simple one, which is there is nothing new, which is to test by RT-PCR method very large number, and not only through rapid test method. And because by that we miss things, RT-PCR is more accurate, and we should sequence a certain percent, at least 1-2%, if not more, of the virus from the patient who tests positive, the people who test positive. So this way we will know, and we have to speed up this, because the new strain is emerging and number of the infected people in India is very large. We may, by stopping flights, if it is not letting in, we may be able to prevent the entry. but we are the second largest number of infected cases in this country. So we are the bigger source of generating new variants of this virus just because of the number.